So, in the world of artificial intelligence, there's a new rivalry brewing that could honestly change everything. It's a classic setup, right? You've got the reigning champions squaring off against a mysterious new challenger. And today, we're going to break down what might just be the next great AI showdown.
Think about it. If you had to name the top AI model right now, who would you pick? For a little while, the answer seemed pretty clear. But things are shifting, fast, and there's a new contender quietly stepping into the ring.
First up, let's talk about the reigning champ, Google Gemini. And look, this is not just another model. Gemini represents a massive leap forward in AI. It's a true powerhouse that has really set the new standard for what's even possible.
So what makes Gemini such a beast? Well, it's all about being multimodal. And that's just a fancy way of saying it doesn't just think in text. It can seamlessly understand and work with text, images, and audio, all at the same time. This gives it this incredibly rich, comprehensive view of the world. And that's how it can generate amazing creative content, translate languages, and answer questions with a depth that really solidified its spot at the top.
But you know how it goes. Every champion has a challenger waiting in the wings. And from the labs of OpenAI, yep, the same folks who brought you GPT, comes this mysterious new contender. It's a secret project with a very unusual name, Garlic.
While Gemini has been grabbing all the headlines, whispers have been floating around the AI community. You know, rumors of something new, something really powerful being built behind closed doors.
And the goal of this secret project? Well, it seems crystal clear. To take on Google Gemini head-on, and ultimately to dethrone it as the undisputed champion of artificial intelligence. No pressure.
So what in the world is Garlic AI? Well, from what we can piece together from insider reports, it's a super advanced model that's really focused on pushing past what current models can do. The intense secrecy, and yeah, that peculiar name, have only added to the mystery, which tells me that OpenAI thinks it has something truly game-changing on its hands.
All right, so how might this showdown actually play out? On one side, you've got the established champion. On the other, the hungry, secretive challenger. Let's check out the tail of the tape.
So in one corner, you have Google Gemini, the powerhouse, the one known for its versatile, multimodal strength. And in the other corner, you have OpenAI's Garlic, the challenger, that's rumored to be a specialist with major advancements in some very specific and very difficult areas.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. While Gemini's superpower is its multimodality, juggling text, images, and audio all at once, the whispers around Garlic point to a totally different kind of strength, advanced reasoning. We're talking about the ability to solve incredibly complex logical problems and to generate and understand programming code on a level we just haven't seen before. So it's not just about creating content, it's about deep analytical problem solving, a completely different kind of smart.
A battle between two tech giants is always interesting to watch, but why does this specific AI race matter to you and me? Well, because the outcome could fundamentally reshape entire industries and, frankly, our daily lives.
Think about it. An AI that excels at reasoning and coding? That could completely transform software development. Imagine an AI that doesn't just write code, but actually finds and fixes bugs all by itself. It could help us tackle huge scientific challenges, like modeling climate change, or it could create a truly personalized tutor for every student that adapts in real time. We're talking about the next generation of tools here.
And this chart just illustrates how huge the impact could be. In healthcare, it could mean analyzing medical scans with superhuman accuracy to spot diseases way earlier. In finance, it could identify complex fraud patterns in seconds. In entertainment, it could generate entire virtual worlds for movies or games. This competition is just going to pour fuel on that fire and accelerate innovation everywhere.
And that really hits the nail on the head. At the end of the day, the real winner of this race might just be innovation itself. The pressure that OpenAI and Google are putting on each other forces them both to move faster, pushing the boundaries of what's possible at a speed we have literally never seen before.
So what's it going to take for a challenger like Garlic to actually win this fight? And as these models get more and more powerful, what are the rules of the game?
You see, it's not just about being the most powerful model on paper. The winner will be decided by real-world performance. How easy is it for developers to actually use it and build on top of it? Is the cost competitive? Can it handle massive workloads? And crucially, has it been built with responsible and ethical considerations at its absolute core?
That last point is maybe the most important one of all, because as these AI models get just ridiculously capable, it forces us all to confront that classic question about power and responsibility.
And this brings us to an absolutely crucial point. The biggest hurdles aren't just technical anymore. They're about trust. To win, these companies have to prove their models aren't biased, that they can't be easily weaponized to spread misinformation, and that we have real plans for their impact on jobs, on our privacy, and on transparency. Getting this right, it's completely non-negotiable.
And while we've been focused on the Garlic versus Gemini showdown, it is so important to remember this is not just a two-horse race. You've got other massive players like Microsoft, Meta, and Anthropic, all pushing their own huge innovations. It's an incredibly competitive landscape, and that's what drives the entire field forward.
So the race is on. There's no doubt about that. The competition is fierce, the tech is accelerating, and the potential is just enormous. But it leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? As we sprint towards an ever more powerful AI, are we making sure that the finish line isn't just a smarter world, but a better one?